and a hello once again, hello back to the channel we are. And big bags are on, which always means it's a camping trip, which you've probably seen already by the intro. Let me bring you around. Stephen's with me, and we're heading up one of the most northerly mountains in England, but we'll save you for the big reveal later on, which I'm sure you've already got by the title. We can just about see the top now already, so we know we're not that far away. A little bit of cloud at the moment, but it's clearing up as the day goes on again. We've had blue skies most of the day, and we're expecting a clear night tonight. So overall, it should be a belter of a camp. I've given you a wee bit overlay, I'm sure, of the start of our route in, but really we've just been getting our heads down and getting on with it. We kind of want to be up there in the next half hour or so, and then we can get tents up and enjoy the camp. But anyway, I'll speak to you a bit further on as we show you more of the view. It's impressive, it's a lovely hill. Right, onwards.
That one.
And that's me. Got it touched. Blencathra. I don't think I mentioned that. Blencathra. So we're now going to go and find ourselves a pitch. This is one of them mountains where you're spoiled for choice. So it's just a choosing what we think is going to be the ultimate view for us for a sunrise and sunset. But we'll join you back once we're pitched up, I think. We've got to do the usual, get the bags off and all that kind of jazz and wander around. So we've left the bags, as we always do. We had about 3 or 4 in mind that we aim for, so we're going to walk over to one that's kind of above, called Sharp Edge, and spy that one out. What we're looking for is, like I say, because it's the kind of mountain that sits on its own, you can get a good sunrise and sunset if you pitch in the right area. So it seems a bit counterproductive to come up here and not give us the best option to do that. So the way we've left our bags looks a nice area. We'll just going to wander over first, check it out, and we've got loads of time to be able to do 2 or 3 trips if we wanted to. And this is why we want to come up a little bit extra early. Also because we kind of half thought we might not be the only ones camping tonight, given that we had this fresh dump of snow, as you see behind us. We kind of figured that with the snow, it might encourage a couple more bodies to come up, because it is quite a popular hill mountain for camping on, and just being busy. I mean, we've got people there making snowmen and that, and it's lovely. So what I'll do is a wee scout around, and yeah, this time I will join you back when we're settled on our camp spot for the night, and you can show you what we've got for our views as well, because it is a nice area for views, as we are in the Lake District. That's my tent up. Got all the pegs put in where I want. Feel about 90% happy. I think the only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in some of the snow skirts. Stops it flapping about, and it's kind of a case of if you have them on your tent and you have snow around, they're handy. They just help insulate your tent a bit better. Stephen's practically got his up as well. He's got to get the last few guy ropes up. So unusual jobs. As I know some people leave this until the last thing at night, but for me, nah, it's got to be the first thing, is that's get the bedding out. And I have got a different sleeping mat, I'll show you that in a wee minute. So that's what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the bedding out, get it set up, and then we're going to start thinking about maybe building a windbreak. We're going to make use of the snow as the wind's just coming this way, not too bad, but just coming enough that makes us feel like a wee windbreak might just be quite nice to then build up a wee chair or something like in it as well. So yeah, I've got to get the tent put in, and I'll join you back in a wee minute once we're all set up properly. And then we can start showing you the views, and it is fantastic. Yeah.
Done.
So we decided to build a wall. The wind is just going to be coming this tonight, and because Blencathra doesn't really have any major summit point, you know, I'll show you again properly maybe tonight or tomorrow morning. But what we had before was pretty much what it was, just this little circle. So what we decided to do was build up a wall so that we can sit behind it and just have our coffees and stuff and look up. So that's what we're doing. We're building a wee wall. I've been using this little scoop here that it's a Tupperware tub. All will be revealed soon why I've got a Tupperware tub, because it relates to my dinner, which we'll be having soon. But yeah, we're going to probably go to about waist height with this. So what I'll do is we'll crack on with it, get it built, and then check back in once we're done, I think. As you see, that's the wall built. We even built ourselves a wee armrest kind of thing for putting the drinks on and your plate, whatever, you know. Not too shabby here, eh? And it does the job. It's above. When we sit down on our mats, we're completely under the wind. Although the wind is next to nothing right now anyway. But it does mean that we just get that wee shelter, and it means we can sit out for a lot longer tonight if the wind comes on. Like, if you think back to the last couple of camps I've had lately, and that, yeah, the last two camps me and Stephen had, and we were both kind of struggling to stay out the tents for long because of how cold it got with the wind. And the same with the Ben Lomond camp, was another one where I couldn't really get outside, whereas tonight, no matter what, we can stay outside. Another wee benefit of doing this is it's kept us warm for a while. You know, we've burnt a lot more calories doing that, and a little bit of activity, so it just means that we're more ready for our food when it comes. We've got to sit and chill for a wee while and enjoy our views. And the next thing is that, yeah, food, and I can show you what I brought. It's a banger. Thought we'd come a wee wander up to the summit the 2 years. We were going to get our food and all, but then we just kind of looked at the time and thought, kind of want to risk being in the tent and the sun going down, because as you can see, we've just come back there. It's going to be out looking tidy, isn't it? Wow. Got a little time lapse on the go, as I always tend to do for these kind of things when there's something worth seeing. But yeah, this is a little at the summit point, and as I mentioned earlier on, you know, there's a trig point there. It's just a little circle. Someone who knows more about Lake District can tell us why that is and what's the crack with that one is. That's not what my channel is all about. My channel is about kicking about in a tent, and that's about it. I'm not into giving you all sorts of tough information, or information that may be wrong, and then in the comments, oh, you didn't know. No, I'm not doing that. Okay? Anyway, all we're going to do is watch that. Sunrises and sunsets are like, you just can't get enough of them when you do this. It's just, yeah, it's class.
Sausage and steak.
Aye.
That's boy. Look at that. Haha. Look at you put the spice on that.
I seasoned it. Said I had something banging for dinner. So I had some soup. We both had some soup actually. And well, he's been eating pasta. I've just been cooking up some chicken sausages, you know, the wee Heck ones. I've got a pack of 10 in a quart the other day back, so use 5 and put 5 in there. And then I pre-packed a little tub of garlic butter. So basically butter with garlic salt that then kind of, when you cook it, it'll cook in together. So put that in the pan, and I cook the asparagus, which I've just got on my plate ready to go. And then I'm now just finishing off my sirloin steak. Which is just, it smells amazing. So I thought I'd go, and again with a bit more garlic butter. Just thought, I've been having them ready meals for the last few months now. I can't remember the last time I brought the skillet out and cooked, so I thought I'll do that for a wee change. And yeah, and then it's star time, I think. We're really looking at the stars are looking out, and maybe even aurora, who knows. We get some shots But yeah, I'm not going to show you me eating my food. I don't like doing that, but I just thought I'd show you what I've got cooked. Right, I'm going to enjoy that, and I'll catch you in a bit. Right, thanks.
Comrie Police, what's the emergency?
Caller has requested mountain rescue.
Hi there, can you hear me?
Through to Comrie Police.
Yeah, hello. Just this is a bit of a weird one, right? I'm up camping on Blencathra with a mate. We're at the summit. And we went a walk earlier on and we met some guy. He was pretty much, he said he was on mushrooms and he could hardly string a sentence together. And we went a walk to see where he was. This is about an hour later and he was just off the summit and he was sitting there kind of like, we don't know what he was thinking then. He got up and he's walked away again. He said he's fine, but he can hardly string a sentence together. And he's heading down towards, what's the turn again?
Scales Tarn.
Scales Tarn. He's heading down that way. And we're scared in case he heads toward like Sharp Edge or something. He just seems kind of like not really with it.
Oh, I'm a bit ready for going to bed, but we're just out getting some stars. You know, it's starting to kind of brighten up now, and this should hopefully be it for the evening. But we just had a wee bit of a, I wouldn't say a drama, I don't know, but a couple hours ago, we met a guy who looked a bit out of it. You know, mushrooms he said he was on. And we just wondering if he wasn't sitting right with us, and then we met him about 2 hours later, just sat at the summit. Now, he's only sat in a pair of tracksuit bottoms. He did have a backpack with him, but he just was not walking right and looked a bit funny. So we kind of talked about it, and we thought, well, what happens if he ends up down like Sharp Edge or something like that? So we decided to phone Mountain Rescue just to kind of, you know, cover ourselves, and it wouldn't feel right if we found out in the morning that something bad happened. So really sorry to the guy if, you know, if he ends up watching one of these videos and he gets stopped by the Mountain Rescue like we. But you know, you wouldn't live with yourselves if we found out the guy ended up falling and hurting himself, and he didn't look. He looked on the side of you're no safe anymore to be on a mountain. So anyway, on that note, I mean, we're just going to take some more photos, chill a bit. I've got a wee time lapse I'm putting on now for the Starlapse. Hopefully it stays up all night and we'll see what get in the mornings. But from that, we're just going to sign ourselves off, and I'll check with you guys in the morning. Hopefully we've got something nice to look at, but we'll see. Anyway, sorry I've not given much footage tonight. We just fancied sitting and chatting, so we'll see you in the morning. Right folks, in a bit. Night. Oh yes. We've just come up the 10-15 metre walk from our tent to the summit of Blencathra, so we can catch sunrise properly. As you can see, it is just peaking. I came up about half an hour or so ago and left a tripod out with my Insta360 on a time lapse. Time lapse. So I'll overlay that as well. Absolutely stunning colours this morning coming up. Clouds rolling, so the clouds kind of like as you see, we've got blue skies, we've got the colours, but the clouds here and hereabouts, it's like it'd be like if we were in a 900 metre mountain, we'd be 100% be sitting above it. Right now we're kind of right in the midst of it. I think it's going to drop as the temperatures pick up, and the temperature will push it down. So we're not planning moving for a while, so we are sure this is going to be a full-on inversion soon. But for now, I'm going to shut up, get my coffee, and enjoy the view. So according to Stephen's wee monitor that is outside his tent attached to the ice axe, it was -4 overnight, so didn't feel too bad, to be fair. I didn't actually notice it. That was really warm, and he was really warm for some reason. I think, see, when you don't get the heavy winds, we had a bit of wind, but you always get some kind of wind in a mountain. But you know, the fact that we didn't get the kind of winds that we got a couple of weeks back just meant that it was actually quite a pleasant night, to be fair. Really warm. Just that little nip in the morning when we got up, you know, lovely. Lovely. I briefly mentioned it last night that I was using a different mat. So it's one that I bought for Caitlin primarily, but I thought I'll test it out myself to see what it's like. I've got to be honest, I'm super impressed with it. So it's Simond, so that's one of the Decathlon brands. You can probably tell by the packaging that it looks, you know, that Decathlon look to it. Comes with a stuff sack and pump sack, as they all do, you know. But it's a 5.4 R value, so it's a lot higher than my current seat at Summit. And I've never really had a higher one than that before, so I was curious to see what it actually felt like, and I must admit, like, you notice a difference. Even although I always have the little foil blanket underneath me, there's a huge difference here in terms of like the warmth. Even just getting into the tent itself, we both noticed how much warmer the tent was last night. But then for me, like, I definitely noticed sleeping in this was just so much more warmer. So it's kind of pushed me thinking, well, for me next year, I think I'll get the black version of the seat Summit one I've got, so that I know I've got a nice higher R value. Because this wasn't really bought for me, it's just bought so I know I've got a comfy one for Caitlin. Obviously I did buy her that Kilos gear one, but you know, I'm not comfortable about taking that out and then it bursts yet again. When we're on to the third one in that now. So what we're doing is we're currently packing away. This is about the last thing I was going to pack away, so I thought I'll do it now. And then we'll pack the tents away, and then I'll fill you in with what happened with the mountain rescue last night as well. So I'll do that on the way down probably. So we're in no massive rush to leave the summit yet. We've been getting the drones up and just getting plenty of footage. It looks absolutely stunning, So I'm just going to way back up to the summit for a wee bit of something to collect my camera as well, you know, the one that had time lapses on it. I'm not sure if I actually got time lapse that I meant to get on it, but I've left it on to capture the clouds as it moves. That'll be interesting. Then I've got DJI Neo, DJI Osmo at the moment, Pocket 3. It's doing a little cloud one over there, capturing that cloud as it's coming behind us. Right, so just getting the tents away now. While I'm doing that, I'll fill you in what happened with the mountain rescue. So they phoned back about 11 o'clock. It was actually Stephen they got hold of, had no signal, to say that they went up and they found the guy by Gales Fall, I think, did they say? Yeah. And yeah, in their words, he was intoxicated, didn't look too safe at all, so they kind of felt like we made the right decision in calling them. I was a wee bit on the fence whether or not we had or not, and you kind of feel like if we just ruined someone's night or not, but you know, and also you've then got as well the resources, like, you know, it's, you know, if they got the helicopter up, for example, that would have cost them a fair whack of money, but thankfully didn't need to go that far. They were able to get him and assist him down and then take him home, because that was my other part was, well, okay, what happens, you know, what happens when he gets down there? Like, he's clearly not fit to drive, and if he is planning on driving, then we've got another whole issue going. So but you know, drop your comments down below and let me know, you know, what would you guys have done? You know, do you think we went, you know, we kind of stuck our nose in we shouldn't have done, or do you think we've done the right thing? Like, you know, I feel like we did, but you know, always open to constructive criticism or advice or whatever, you know. Anyway, sorry. Stephen's just saying there that Mountain Rescue actually thanked us for it as well, so we'll go with that as well. But yeah, what I'm going to do is chuck this on a time lapse now, and then just put the rest of the way nice and quick. You know, and on the last camping video we did spend the time of showing you putting the tents away properly and that lot, but I kind of feel like you've had that in the last one. We don't need to keep doing the same thing, so time lapsing's going right now, which is about the wee 10 seconds on, and then we'll get walking and show you a wee bit of the views on the way down. Although the views coming and going now, as you see, yeah. Right, I'll get back in a wee minute. Aye, bags are packed. Leave no trace, as always, apart from the wee snow wall. I'm assuming someone else can make use of that shelter for the next couple of days before it melts completely. Speaking of melt, we're hoping a bit more sun this morning than we've got there now, but I think we're just slightly underneath it. As you can see, we're getting blue skies behind us, and then if I spin round, you can just see where the sun's peeking out. Anyway, we're going to get stepping done. I'll probably check back in a lot further down, not really much to see until we're closer to the car. Right, hope you enjoyed this one. We both loved it, been cracking camp. Oh, join you further down. Well, I'm going to sign out here. We're just above Scales Tarn. Fantastic morning now, eh? I'll give you a bit of overlay of our wee walk down from that part. So yeah, we're about maybe half an hour back to the car from here, so we're going to get stepping done. Just my wee note that for anyone who's been keeping tabs, this is still February. Although this video went in March, this is still February for me. This is my February summit camp. So quite chuffed to that. And I'm going to stick to my rules that I said I was going to do, which is going to be the bigger Wainwrights, Corbett's or Munros. And on the bigger Wainwrights, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I keep it to the height of the of a Corbett. So is that 762, something like that? No? Yeah. Yeah, I'll maybe put the wee note at the bottom there. Can't remember exactly what, but obviously it's 2,500 to 3,000 feet. So that's going to be my aim. So it makes it a bit of a challenge. You know, last year maybe made it a bit too easy for myself. I had one or two that was about 600 mark, yeah. But I hope you enjoyed this one. Snow's still kicking around on a lot of the big ones. Like the Scaffells down there, you can see if I turn this camera around, you can see the Scaffells are 762, yeah. Are all in the cloud. Same with Helvellyn, actually in the cloud, just there. But yeah, we're going to continue our walk down, and thank you for staying this far in. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, everyone, and we'll see you guys on our next adventure. See you later.